Hello YouTubers, this is a noobifier. I'm sure that many of you will be thinking what I was thinking, a desk lamp? Like seriously? I ask you to stick around because in researching for this video, I learned a lot of things and I have this info in the video. BenQ is obviously a household name and I would be shocked if at least 25% of you don't actually own a BenQ monitor in your house somewhere. They reached out a little while ago asking if I'd like to test their latest light bar. I did some digging and that MSRP really stood out. So I was like, is this the Koenigsegg or Bugatti of light bars? And please don't misunderstand, I'm not memeing and I'm not trying to be funny. My curiosity for what should have been a boring product intensified, and graciously I replied, yes, I'm interested to see this product for myself. With that out of the way, we begin. Welcome to my impressions of the BenQ ScreenBar Halo. The idea is very simple. Your eye is a camera lens, or I suppose you could actually say that the camera lens is a copy of the human eye, because the eye was invented before the camera lens. However, the lens focuses light, and in low light, the iris can open up and collect more. This is one way that your eye protects itself. It closes down, but you can get into a situation where in a dark room, you're looking at a very bright thing. Your eye opens up and that bright source can overwhelm the sensor. I'm not a medical professional, but I know that if you do this to a camera sensor, the picture blows out. So it makes sense that this is also bad for your eye. You can work in a very well lit room. My studio has a white table with a white ceiling and almost white walls. The floors are light tan and there are too many lights in the ceiling by design. I can create what might be the perfect working environment. But all of the brightness isn't always on, and sometimes I find myself checking email or scripting in the evening with the lights dimmed or off. This is where many people recommend a desk light. I don't want to clutter my desk with a desk light, and it only casts in a non-uniform pattern anyways. And I never considered it before, but it would seem that the perfect place to cast light is down, resting on top of the monitor. This is a USB powered device, so you can plug it into the PC, a power brick, or some monitors even have a powered USB port as part of their design. This made my install super clean. I didn't plug it into the computer because I wanted it to be able to turn on even if the computer was off, so it's just powered all the time. I'm going to very quickly go over the rest and end on a point. Putting a regular light on a desk casts light all over, which bounces off the screen and makes glare. By designing this light with a perfect cut, BenQ was able to dictate exactly where the light goes and avoid the glare. The cut that I'm speaking about is the same effect that you see on projector headlights on some cars. The cut lets more light be brighter where it's needed on the ground without being super dangerous for oncoming traffic. The design of the Halo does this, casting the light exactly where it should be. It's extremely bright and can obviously be dimmed. You can change the light temperature from very warm, 2700 to 6500 cool. It's made from a really nice gunmetal aluminum with an understated marking, and when installed, it doesn't obstruct any part of the screen. I never felt like it was hurting my view in any way. Once installed and operating, you can adjust the angle to make sure that it's perfect. I used a piece of office paper to more clearly see where the light was going, and yeah, now that I've had it, I believe I would actually miss not having it. Many people have known about the idea of a bias light. Bias is when you cast light behind a screen, and this is supposed to achieve a little bit like the same thing but in a different way. Backlighting the screen should close down your pupils in a dark room and have those same benefits. So with that in mind, there's a diffused second light mounted to the rear of the light bar. It's also very bright and can be dimmed. It can also change its light temperature independently from 2700 to 6500. You have a total of 4 different modes, which is bar only, bias only, both, or neither when off. So till this point, I can say it seems to be a very nice light bar, but nothing that I've shown you really stands out to justify the higher cost, and that's about to change. Unlike standard, there is a wireless controller, and it's actually a two-way controller. It's quite cool. I had a really bad issue where it wouldn't wake up and it had trouble, but I replaced the batteries for fresh ones, and that completely fixed the issue. It has a nice weight and a grippy bottom. You have a dial around the outside. The middle button wakes it up and toggles on and off. There's a ring of LED indicators. The 2 o'clock position is the toggle for brightness, and then you twist the dial. The 10 o'clock is a toggle for the color, and again you twist the dial. 6 o'clock there's a toggle for the bias light. 5 o'clock is the favorite memory feature, so you set the light to where you want it and then push and hold there for 3 seconds, and then it'll save, and then anytime you tap it, it'll recall your save. 7 o'clock is an auto adjust feature, and that looks at the ambient light and then chooses for you, which is pretty cool if you work later afternoon and then into the night. It'll adjust on the fly for you. Having no connectivity to the remote is a massive bonus to those who like that minimal design, and it won't ever look out of place. So I will say the cost is higher than normal, but I can at least see through these premium features and premium design where that price point comes from. It's being sold and delivers premium. And in the 2 weeks that I've been using it, I have never ever sat down without turning it on. It's great for my own quality of life, and I feel that it helped reduce fatigue, and overall it's been a great addition to the look of the studio in any time of day. And this is what I feel is all I need to say about the BenQ ScreenBar Halo. I hope you found the content interesting, and of course, if you made it to the end, thank you for the support. Ask questions if you have them, and post testimonials if you have experience with this type of device. Fly safe.